This video is going to explain how to edit the front end dashboard content as well as the inside of the dashboard when there are starter participants as well as enrolling participants. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to the front end site of your study. So for example, this is the Framingham study. You can see up here that I am on the study site that a participant would see. And once you go there, you're going to want to add to the end of the URL /login, and this will log you into the admin site. So when you do that, it's going to pull up this page for you, and it's going to ask you for these admin credentials. In order to get these credentials, you'll need to email the Way to Health operations team, and we will send them over to you. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Sometimes it does take a minute, but once you're logged in, it's pretty obvious because you'll see the red editing software. Great. So now that I'm logged in, you'll see that I have the ability to edit the content that's here. So if I click this little pencil, I can go ahead and change. So I can add text. I can make things bold. I can also change what formatting I would like. So if you want to have headings, or you want to have smaller font or bigger font, really whatever looks best for your study. You can also make things italic, and you can add in links. So if you want to link to another outside website, or a YouTube video, or anything like that, you can do that. And then you can also upload PDFs. So how do you do that? Well, you go to this little pencil thing. It's going to ask you to choose a file, so you'll go to your files, and then you'll click save once you add it in, and it will be added here for you. And then the participant can download this directly. You can also add pictures to this front end dashboard, but just be careful with formatting because sometimes they don't look the best. And if you need any help with formatting this front end, feel free to come to the Way to Health office hours, and we can help you with making it look a little bit more professional. So once you're done editing this front end dashboard content or the landing page, in order to edit the inside, so what participants will see once they log in, you're going to actually need to log in as a test participant. So first I'm going to start as logging in as a starter participant, so someone who is in an ARM and is already in the study, so not enrolling. So I'm going to go into my test account. One thing to note about editing the inside content of started participants is that if you have multiple arms in your study, so let's say you have multiple intervention arms, you're going to need to edit the content for each arm. And this is basically because we don't want the control arms to be seeing what the intervention arms see, for example. So you'll need to create a test account and enroll a test person in each arm in order to edit the content inside of the dashboard. So now that I'm logged in, you'll see this editing software. You will see what we call the cards versus the tabs. So when the development team talks about the cards and the tabs, this is what we mean. So this is considered a card, and then these are considered tabs. So overview, game, personal information, etc. are considered tabs, and then inside each tab are a subset of cards. As you're designing your study, we will ask you to send over what you would like for each of your different tabs, and then what you would like on the different cards, because some of this is done on the back end by the developers, and then some of this you can edit yourself. But they do have to hard code these tabs as well as cards like a pledge card or like a level card. And if you need examples of this, we're more than happy to email you over a template. So some of the things that you can edit are so this is a study instruction, so anywhere that you see it says add content, you can click the pencil and you can start typing. You can also, as again, like you can on the front end, you can bold. You can add links if you wanted to add a PDF, you could do that. You could link to a YouTube video again, just like on the front end. And everything will save automatically. And then, for example, if you go to this game tab, we, for this study, want to add a picture of the prize, which is actually a mug. So you would upload the file, but I already have it saved here. So I'm going to add it, click save, and it will upload automatically. And then here you could also edit the game rules by adding the content here. And then in the resources tab, you can upload PDFs. So you'll see here that we have a PDF explaining to participants how to set up the Moves app on their phone. So we could add, if we wanted to add another one, we could do add content, add the file, and we can explain to them how to set up their Fitbit as well. So for this study, there's multiple pedometers, so they have a Fitbit and a Moves app, so we can upload both. So basically anywhere that you see add content, you can go ahead and edit that directly. If you don't see that, that means it's hard-coded, which means again that the developers are going to have to edit it. And that's basically how you edit content for started participants once they are enrolled in the study. Now you also will want to edit content for enrolling participants, so what instructions they see as they're going through the enrollment process. So I'm going to sign out of my test started participant, and I'm going to sign into an enrolling test participant account, all while staying in this admin view. So great, so now that I'm logged in, you can see that my test participant is just enrolling in the study. So in order to edit the instructions for each step, you need to go into each step. So you'll see that this test participant is at the informed consent step. So I'm going to click View. And now I can tell them the instructions about the informed consent here. And I'm just going to tell them to click Complete. And you're going to do this for every single step. And once you add in the content, you can just click back to Roadmap and it will automatically save for you. And again, you're going to do this for every single step to add instructions for them. You can also add PDFs again. So for these steps, the Moves app and the Fitbit instructions, if you wanted to add those PDFs about explaining how to set up the device, you can add that there as well. And once you're done that, you're going to want to log out of the admin. Once I log out of the admin, all of that red editing will go away. As you can see, it's now gone. And that's it for editing content on the front-end dashboard for started and enrolling participants. So again, I think the key take-home points are that you'll want to create test participants before your study launches and add the content as they are enrolling, as we see here, and then create a test participant for each arm that will be logging into the dashboard, and you can edit the content that way. And again, feel free to email the Way to Health operations team for the admin credentials in order to edit the content.